hold on. This ain't. Hold on. We not doing this, bro. This is crazy. Shout out to everybody. Let me turn this off. Let me turn this AC off real quick. What's this, bro? Like we not bro. Like no, Hitman, you not retiring. Wait a minute. What you doing, bro? You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. Shout out to ARP, man. You know what I mean? I do want to say that. Shout out to ARP. He could have. A lot of people don't know. He could have put that on members only. You know what I'm saying? He could have put that on members only and made everybody pay for that interview, and people would have did it. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Shout out to HITMAN HOLLA. Man, he addressed everything in it. It's, oh. Shout out, man. Shout out to you, ARP. What was that, like an hour long? Hold on, let me. Hold on, what's this? Hold on, like an hour, and so they still talk. They still talking. Hold on, shout out to ARP, man. They talking, man. I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Hitman, he talked about a lot. I posted some of the clips. I mean, you can go to Rare Breed Entertainment channel, watch the whole interview. But I posted some of the clips on Twitter. He was wilding. He was wilding out. You know, first of all, he did address Averb, you know, and he expressed like why he feels the way he feels about Averb. Like first of all, he felt like it was weird that Verb tried to battle him when he was like at the height of what he was doing. That's one. Two, he feels like it was weird that Verb was trying to get more money than Hitman, like back in the day, you know what I'm saying? Then like all these different like subliminal messages or whatever just made him just go ahead and just put it out there that he's not rocking with Verb. You know what I mean? So I don't know. He was Hitman, I'm sorry, Verb. Hitman was cooking. He was. You know what I mean? He was wilding. You know what I mean? But at the same time, like it made sense. Like I'm not saying who right or wrong, right? I mean, I think Hitman is kind of right. You know what I mean? Jerome McCoy went up there and basically validated everything Hitman said. You know what I mean? But the way like Hitman structured everything and put it out there, it's kind of it's favorable to Hitman, bro. It is, bro. I seen Verb went live. He was going in. He was like, ARP, just because you got feelings about me, don't let that hinder like you doing an interview with him. I don't know. I think ARP did a really good job conducting that interview. He did, man. I think he kept it fair for the most part. He could have kept it one-sided. Obviously, like he rocks with Hitman like heavy. They cool, you know what I mean? And Hitman, you know, disclosed that he asked ARP for a lot of, you know what I'm saying, like advice on the situation with booking the car, contracts, you know what I mean, all of that. And they cool to the point to where, you know, ARP could have just been one-sided, but he did play the devil's advocate for Verb, and he said, like, you know, he would do the same thing. I guess if he interviewed Verb, do an interview with ARP. You know, you did one on M3S3, all that. Like, do an interview with ARP. I will be interested to see how that will go, because I think ARP would ask, like, some real questions. You know, and you know Verb ain't scared to, like, answer whatever, but I think ARP will ask the questions that people want to know. You know, and this like, yo, Hitman, I didn't think you was gonna. So I guess was floating around, right? The whole cinnamon situation, right? Because Hitman says something like in the video, like she got hit and then it went out the back of her head or something like that. He said it on the video, and then it's like that video, and then another video of him talking about it is being circulated. So people are like, yo, it's like two different videos of what actually happened. He addressed that. He talked about it. He was like, yo, like it hit her C1, and you know what I'm saying, and went out. There's medical records on that. I don't know, you know. So he addressed all of that. He addressed what was it, Tay-Rock situation. He kind of went in a little bit. You know, Rock got mad that what was it, Hitman? He went on PSA Podcast 3 Letterman, and he said that he felt like Rock hated Easy. You know, and then he kind of addressed that. He was like, yo, you seen the messages, ARP, like me and him, like the communication. And Rock is basically saying, like, now I don't like that Easy did this and he did that and he did that and he did this and he did that. And he was like, in the midst of all that, I'm on the phone with the dude, like talking to him, you know, and, you know, it's like, yo, I'm trying to pay you like anywhere from like $25,000 to $30,000 to battle, and you willing to turn a bag like that down, like you must hate the dude. So I mean, I think, and like I put out a blog like before, like kind of telling everybody what Rock felt about it. Rock said he never said that he hated like Easy the Block Captain and nothing like that. And I said like the way Hitman said it can be interpreted as that, but he never said, you know what I mean? Like Rock said he hates, Easy the Block Captain. So I don't know, man. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. But the way it sounds, bro, like you would like Rock, bro. Like I know you don't like me, whatever. $30,000 to battle. You turning that down? Come on, bruh. You hate that day. It is what it is. Ain't nobody about that, bruh. I will battle my brother. 25, 30,000. Like y'all is crazy. Y'all gotta understand. Like battle rap is not like caffeine is not here. No, what is y'all doing? Unless like maybe Rock and Easy maybe thinking, you know what I mean, they can do it themselves and, maybe get a pay-per-view going or something like. I don't understand how y'all turning down money like that. And then, like, Rock is, like, battling on all these smaller leagues, battling out. And Hitman kind of addressed that when he kind of went in on Smack. He's just like, yo, you talking about, like, oversaturation. The person that's the face of the URL is out here battling all the time everywhere. So Hitman was wild. He went off on you, Smack. Smack, he went off. He went crazy. Shout out to Smack. He went off, bruh. He went crazy on you. So ARP kind of set him up, right? He was just like, yo, you hear, Smack talking about like he's not gonna, end up kind of entertaining a deal between you and Murder Mood because it's too expensive. Hitman was like, yo, you gotta quit hating on me, Smack. Every time you public, you talking and you hating on me. Like, what you mean? Like, you know what I mean? If you selling this amount of tickets at the door and you charging this amount of money and you got this much of pay-per-views, you know what I mean? And then you charging this for pay-per-views and 4,000 people buying, this how much it's gonna cost. What you mean? I'm not like, what you mean? You just sitting there, you hating like this don't even make sense. He was talking crazy. He was like, ask Remy, have they been in the green dealing with me? Ask ARP, he right here. Has he been in the green dealing with me? He was talking, bro. So the way he set it up, you know what I mean, kind of did make it feel like, I'm just saying what it is. You know what I mean? It kind of made it look like Smack was just like taking an opportunity to poke a jab at Hitman. I mean, he feels like this happens a lot, in interviews like Smack and different people are just like hating on him. He said he hasn't battled over there in years. And every time his name is mentioned, it's always in a, unfavorable light. And he's going up to the events. He's showing love. He's standing behind battlers. He's even like on stage, like about to battle, you know what I mean? Acting like he's about to battle Geechee Gotti, doing things that he feels like he doesn't have to do, but he still feels like he's being hated on. But I don't know if like, is URL asking him to, come on, you know what I mean? Come to the event, show love to the event. Are they doing that? Or is he just going there and showing love for no reason? I don't know. You know what I mean? But he feels like it's hate, and then he broke down, right? How much money like he would make or generate, if he did. I think he said something like 6,000 pay-per-view. What was it, 4 or 6,000? I think he said 6,000 pay-per-view. Let's do some math because I know how much some of these events cost, right? So he said, let's just say $50, right? Let's just say you sell 6,000 of them. That's $300,000, right? Let's just say how much a venue hold. Let's just say 1,500 people, right? So let's just say 1,500 people pay $50. You know it's more than that. But let's just say 1,500 people pay $50, right? So that's 75,000. So that's $375,000, right? How much Hitman want to battle Mook? It was like 225,000 allegedly. I'm just. So let's say 225,000, right? So that leaves them with $150,000, right? So they still got to pay Mook, and Mook is gonna want at least 225,000, right? But they only got 150,000, right? So this math ain't. I'm not Asian. It ain't making sense, man. So let me see. 225,000. So they're negative $75,000. But then if you do a pay-per-view, right? And let's just say the pay-per-view is 300,000 off the pay-per-view. You got to pay 30% to Quarter Lab off top. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you just running yourself into the negative hundreds of thousands. You know what I'm saying? Because you already negative 75,000. Then you got to pay Quarter Lab 30%. Maybe, you know what I mean? Like, because you just said ARP, like, called Greg. Maybe they worked out a deal because it's easy. You know what I mean? It's better to work out a deal with a Hitman Hollada than to just be, you know what I mean, taking 30% from smaller leagues, whatever. You can make more money, like, end of the road, you know what I'm saying, dealing with a Hitman Hollada. Let's say they do 20%. You still, then you got a whole card. Like, booking a whole card, that's like 200,000. So you negative like 300 something. This is crazy. Hitman, it's not worth it. It's not worth it to be paying somebody like two. Not you. I'm not saying you not worth it. I'm saying like for a league, bro. Then you got to think they got to pay taxes. Then they got a staff. You know what I'm saying? So Chico, Beasley, Smack, they got to get paid like off top, right? It's the league. They got to get paid. Then you got other JB, a person that's recording it. You see what I'm saying? You got all these people, the lighting. Then you got the venue. Like, you crazy negative. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. You know, battle rap has been like super produced. You know, so you gonna want it to look good. You gonna want to have a stream that's gonna be good. So I don't know, man. Like, I think personally, because I think like the smaller events are less expensive. You know what I mean? So, you know, I don't know. You know, it depends on the venue. It depends on a lot. But it just, I don't know how. And I'm just a blogger. From what I know, like dealing with, you know what I'm saying, talking to different people, like even major league, like kind of, it's a lot of money, bro. You know, so the way it would make sense, I would think if you getting like a card together, you know, to try to like everybody get like a percentage of what's going on. But other than that, like if you Smack, I kind of understand like where he's at with it. You know, like y'all want like $200,000 to battle. Like some of these battlers are like 50, 60, 40,000. Like the caffeine era ain't here no more. People want crazy money. I still got to book a whole nother card. This ain't, we ain't even getting into, now you got to do flights and hotels, and they probably negative like 400, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. People not thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below, but it may be something different that I don't know. You know what I mean? But this will be indicative of seeing he's doing power moves 1, right? So if he can do power moves 2, you know what I'm saying, is what I want to see. But shout out to Hitman. I'm buying it. Then you got to deal with the bootleggers. That's a problem now in 2024. I'm not like going to Hitman and nobody, but it's just what it like. It's a major problem in 2024 because everybody ain't just watching it. You see people like, you know what I'm saying? They on YouTube like watching people go live. You know what I'm saying? They on like Discords and all kind of Reddits and you know what I'm saying? Like people like it's bootleg everywhere. So you gotta deal with the bootlegging. So that's taking out the bottom line. It's a lot going on. You know what I mean? So this is why I feel like a league like URL may be just like, yo, we're gonna run this business as smart as we can. We got our app. We're gonna run it as smart as we can and continue to keep content flowing and keep the community going until there's like some sort of reset. You know, and then Hitman was talking about, yo, like he was talking to ARP. He's just like, yo, 1 million, how much does 1 million views pay like on a video? You know what I mean? He said something like 30,000. I had like a couple videos hit 1 million views on my other channel. I ain't getting nowhere near that. You know what I'm saying? I think one video, it wasn't nowhere near that. You know, but, you know, you also got watch time because it's kind of viewed off watch time. If a bunch of people are sitting there watching the battle, you got their attention, you're going to make more money. You know what I'm saying? You put a bunch of commercials in there, you're going to make more money. But 30,000, gee, that's a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You know, but when you negative hundreds of thousands of dollars and you dealing with like some of these people that don't want to, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. As a whole, I do feel like people do need to support Hitman. He's saying that this might be his last battle, you know, because he's saying like, yo, he don't like what it is behind the scenes. He also like came out like, what was it, like a couple weeks ago talking about how it is like trying to book people, you know, and then they not answering the phone, like all these different things. So, I mean, for him to be wanting to do an event now, I think it's fire. You know what I mean? To try to give people some sort of content. You know, so I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section. But then you don't know like what like weather. Like with these events, like this URL event is coming up tomorrow, weather could get crazy. You know what I'm saying? They gotta move it. You gotta pay to like change flights and like crazy stuff could happen like at events. You know, so I don't know. And I think this is why a lot of people kind of just they're either getting out of it or they're not like investing in the super big name artists. You know what I mean? But I think like a person like Hitman, he is gonna draw attention. You know, people gonna want to watch him. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody. But I did like that interview. I think ARP did a really good job with that interview. Somebody said URL app keeps the lights on. Somebody said again, somebody said Hitman will be fine. Shout out to Hitman. He got wilding out. Like he got multiple stories. He got the truck and all that. Like he'd be good. Somebody said Remy did book him. And she said she was in the green when she booked him. You know what I mean? So I don't know. You know, but nah, I don't know, man. Hopefully he does good. Somebody said, I messed with ARP, but I wouldn't have paid for that. What you mean? You wouldn't have paid for that. Somebody said, looking online and I'm seeing things. But I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. They got a card coming out. I think the card is going to be dope. You know what I'm saying? Hitman Holla versus Geechee Gotti. You got New Jersey Twerk on the card. You got Rex on the card versus Swamp. You got J2 on the card versus Snake Eyes. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. We'll see what happens. You know what I mean? But shout out to him. But I do want to say this. You know what I mean? I do feel like it's unfortunate that they can't come to the table and figure out a way to make Hitman Holla versus, you know what I mean, like what was it, Murder Mook happen. I would like to see that maybe this year. If not, I guess Mook, he did do like, I think it was a 15 Minutes of Fame interview. He was shooting basketball. He was talking. He said, I'm going to sit back and see what happens with this Geechee Gotti and Hitman battle, which he don't really have a choice but to sit back and watch. But he's like, yo, I want to see how he fares like dealing with this guy and then see if it makes sense for us to really battle. I want to get the battle done anyway, but to see like what the reception is going to be after the battle. You know, so I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think down. And like maybe I think it was smart how Hitman and Beasley was trying to do it, right? Like which I don't know how Smack doesn't know that they were trying to figure out a way to make this battle happen. I don't know. Like that's the whole nother. I would like somebody to interview Beasley and talk about that, whatever. But, you know, I liked how Beasley and Hitman was trying to like, yo, let's get an investor. Let's get, you know, maybe Gerald McCoy. Let's find other people to get the other money, you know, to make it happen. Now that Hitman is doing an event, he can see for himself, you know, whether or not it's worth it. And I think for Hitman, it might be, right? Because you got, in a sense, because he doesn't have to split the money with like 3 different league owners. You know what I mean? It's him and then the battle rappers or whatever, like whatever they worked out. You know, then he don't have like this crazy expensive venue and, you know what I mean? All of that, you know? So I don't know. Hopefully he got a decent deal with Rap Grid to where it would make sense. You know what I mean? Somebody said Smack is in his own world. You know, if I'm Smack, I'm sticking to what I know makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, like we all want the YouTube drops. We want easy access to the battles. I push for YouTube drops. You see what I'm saying? But in all reality, they got some sort of formula working because they got the app and they're continuing to keep the engine running. They just did an event. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I mean? They rolling out. You got Civil War. They got all this stuff rolling out. Then you got, you know, Summer Madness. They keeping like top tiers fed. You know what I mean? They're able to pay for flights and hotels and continue on. You know what I mean? So they figured out a formula. But when you start getting like these major, like a Lux and a Daylight want crazy money, they got to think. You know what I mean? Does this make sense or does this not make sense? You know, but I think Hitman, you know, if he's just the person that's the front runner, he's going to more than likely, unless he got a deal with Geechee, get the money off the battle. You know what I'm saying? And they could, you know, figure out he don't have like a bunch of overhead plus staff and all of that he really got to worry about. You know, so I don't know. Shout out to him. I like that interview. Shout out to ARP. Go ahead and watch it. It's a good watch. He addressed K-Shine. You know, like it was kind of asked in a roundabout way, like, what about booking K-Shine? And he was like, nah, he don't want to do that because K-Shine is locked into a situation and he don't want to deal with legal ramifications for booking him. So he's probably, Kayshawn may still be under contract. So he don't want to deal with that. So a lot of people were hoping that Kayshawn would make an appearance on this card to battle, but he set the record straight on that. Was just like, nah, it's really not worth that. You know what I mean? Or not saying Kayshawn's not worth it, but the trouble you can potentially get involved in and booking Sean right now, like he's being smart, like a smart business person. It may not be worth it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think down in the comment section below. But I'm about to get out of here. Watch the interview. Very, very good interview. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of stuff going on. I'm probably end up editing a blog, probably a recap or whatever before the event. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe, drop it the same day of the event or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to start getting back to editing. But I'm out. I'm just saying. I heard the interview, good interview. I think Hitman made a lot of good points. You know what I mean? And he feels like he's worth it, and he feels like smacking them been hating. But y'all can decide like how y'all feel. You know what I'm saying? Somebody said, real quick, I'm gonna ask a few more before I get out of here. Somebody said the cost of battle rap with the flights, hotel, paying to battle. Sheesh, never knew they really not making money on the back end. It depends on how you do it. If you spending a lot of, I know too much, bro. If you spending a lot of money for two, like, and this is not like, I don't want to make this seem like I'm going to hit him in a, but if you spending a lot of money on two artists, you gotta like figure out a way to make all that money back. It's a lot. It's easy to go in the red, easy. From what the little bit that I know, right? Like ARP's a league owner, like he knows more than me, obviously. You know what I mean? He's done it multiple times, like a lot. So he knows, and he talked about it too, like in different podcasts or whatever he did about some of the things that he deals with. But and then he also said like a lot of these battlers do not make a return. I think what ARP said, like over 80% of battlers, like you don't make a return, or like they think like, yeah, I can go to the league and say I want $5,000 and $10,000 to battle or $20,000 to battle. They can say that, but in all reality, like it may not make no sense. Like you're not even the draw. Like a lot of even the people that's asking for like over $60,000 to battle are not even promoting. Like y'all got to think when shout out to Lux, but when Lux and Rum Nitty was about to battle, how much Lux didn't promote until the fans got on Lux. Like, yo, where's why you ain't saying nothing? Then he started look at the interviews that he was doing. It was like I'm here so I don't get fined type of interview. And these people be wanting like crazy money. And they just come and they get the bag and they leave. You know what I mean? Like, they not like propping the, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like, you even heard like ARP when he talked about Mook. He said like Mook don't promote. So he said that. This ain't no shot at Mook and nothing like that, but he said he don't promote. Like Mook has been like talking about a lot of different things, but like I don't like when his battle's coming up, he don't be promoting like that. You know what I'm saying? Like he does probably more likely what's on the contract, and then that's what it is. But they may feel like, yo, if the league's paying me this much money, they probably got enough money to promote. It's what they probably are thinking. So I don't know, man. Like getting into the league owning business is crazy. Like so for Easy and people like that to be running as long as he has, Gates of the Garden to be doing what he's like Dre Dennis to be running as long as he had. Like they have to have. You know what I mean? Like a smart business acumen in order to make that work. You know what I'm saying? Like Dre Dennis is somebody like, or OSBL, smart business acumen in order to be able to make that work. Because it's a lot of overhead they got to deal with. Then you want it on Rap Grid, 30%. You know what I mean? Or more like, who knows what deals? Then a lot of people be like, oh, they be getting mad because they want I don't know if the package with the pay-per-view includes like no bootlegging, but a lot of people like these leagues, like what they do is they'll do like the Rap Grid, right? And I don't want to say they might do the Rap Grid, right? And so the content might be good for like a day or so. Next thing you know, you start seeing the battles everywhere. So it's like, are they signing a quarter lab deal? Like, what are they doing? So it's a lot. It's a lot that goes into this. So sponsors are very important. If y'all got friends, this is why I don't understand, because I be seeing a lot of people, right? A lot of people taking pictures with all these celebrities and all that. Like, try to get these celebrities that y'all like so cool with to do something in terms of sponsoring. These people got a lot of taxes they got to pay, hundreds of thousands of dollars in taxes. Be like, yo, sponsor an event, write some of that off. Make some of this. Like, that's why John, people like Bullpen Battle League to be running this long. Like, John has to be smart. You know what I mean? Have to have a lot of connections to make this work that makes sense as long as he's been able to do this. Then he got like a big situation coming up. And the dude just signed the contract. I think like a couple days ago or yesterday, a couple days ago. So he got a big situation coming up. So he got, but then he had like the investor like previously, which he was smart. Like, I don't care. People, you're getting a political investor. Who cares? He got an investor. You know what I mean? And like he was able to make a car happen, trying to put money in people's pockets, and they still trying to play him. It's like, man, I'm trying to put money in y'all pocket. Y'all coming up, you know what I mean? Playing around in battles. This is what you're going to get when you're dealing with a bunch of hoodlums. You know what I mean? So it's a lot that goes along with it. But I want to see, like, Hitman said that this may be his last battle. You know what I mean? But is he going to have staying power with the league? Because he was saying, like, yo, I wanted to put Green Ranger on the card, and put him on the card, but I didn't want to put a lot of pressure on him. I thought it would have been pretty cool to have. I think the card is enough. You know what I mean? Because people are going to want to see Geechee versus Hitman. They're going to want to see Rex versus Swamp. You know what I mean? I think that'll be a good one. Then you got Twerk versus Big K. Big K and Twerk has got momentum right now. So I think Geechee and Hitman, Twerk, and Big K right there. You know what I mean? You got enough interest, right? Swamp and Rex, cool. Now you can like bring it. If I'm Hitman Holla, to be real, and I don't know what the time is, right? Or how long he got the venue. It's a lot to go. How long he got the venue for? If he booking Avocado, if he wants to add more battles, it's gonna cost more money, or maybe I don't know what it is. I think if I'm Hitman right now, right? I think the card is cool. Put Green Ranger on the card. I'll be cool with it. Like, what do y'all think? Put Green Ranger on the card. You know what I'm saying? Burst Piranha. Piranha in the news. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, but I think you could put another Bags and Bodies person on the card. I don't think people would be mad. You know what I mean? Then you will have like 5 battles. And then you will have, because I think they asked him, what was it? ARP asked him, he's like, yo, why isn't KD on the card? And then Hitman addressed that. He addressed a lot in that interview, bro. And then Hitman Holla, he was just like, yo, like, I've used KD for a lot of different things. So I don't want to, like, continue to, you know what I mean, use him for stuff. But I don't know. Like, do y'all want to see KD on the card? You know what I mean? It's up to y'all. Some people think he's fired. He's not I can't deal with the voice. Like yeah, I can't. You know what I mean? Like, he got the surf beard. I can't deal with it. You know what I mean? But, like, maybe get Green Ranger, somebody in the car. I think you could do that, man. Like, Green Ranger, he had it lit. Get Avocado, run back some reels. A Green Ranger, you know what I'm saying? People will watch it, man. But shout out to Hitman Holla. He ain't run from no questions. He answered everything. Because it was a question that I can't remember which one it was, but it was like a fan asked a question. And then Hitman was like, nah, that's too... Oh, no. And then ARP was like, nah, that question is too street. Like, I'm not going to ask him that. And then Hitman, like, addressed it. Like, this is what it is. Like, this is how I feel about X, Y, and Z. This is what it was. He didn't run from no question. He got up there and he talked about everything, that he felt like needed to be talked about. So I don't know. Shout out to him. But get Green Ranger on the car. If you get Green Ranger on the car, I'm buying 2 pay-per-views. I am buying 2 pay-per-views. Get Green Ranger on that card with Piranha. I will buy 3 pay-per-views. I'll buy 3. Get Green Ranger on that card. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to everybody. I'm out. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about that. I'm just a blogger. Wait a minute. And shout out to K Shine. Shine, you know, I don't mean no malice. You know what I mean? I did talk about, you went on you did the interview with M3S3. You know what I'm saying? You talked about DNA. I gave my thoughts on that. Just my real thoughts on it. You know what I mean? Ain't no problem with you. I do want to see you come back to Battle Rap. The deal that you may have with URL, I'm curious like what that is. Because Hitman is saying he can't even book you. So it's like you can't battle nowhere. Is that what the deal was? Like you can't do nothing? You know what I mean? Until whatever time. Then tell me you didn't sign. Like DNA told you not to sign the deal. Right? So what kind of time was it in that deal? Is it like a 5-year deal? Is it more? You know, I'm just curious because you got a lot of fans that want to see you and they kind of wondering like, yo, where is K-Shine at? You know, and it's been like mad years, bro. You know what I mean? It's been like 2 years already since you battled like real sick. You see what I'm saying? So we want to see you come back. You know what I mean? Obviously, you want to make money, and it's a lot of battlers out here for you to battle. You know, but Smack did talk about oversaturation with battle rap. You know, he talked about it in an interview. You know, I do feel like it is is to that point. You know what I mean? It's so many events. People are tired of paying for, you know what I'm saying, a lot of events. It's just what it is. You know what I mean? Then you see in the battlers all the time, like, they battle so much, it don't matter. I'll catch them on the next one. It's not some people be thinking. Because some people battle too much. This is why, like, when a Hitman Holla comes into play, you know, he battle like once a year. You know, you don't, maybe twice. You know, you don't see him that often. So it's like, all right, I gotta see it now. You know, and then they're making so much money off of the pay-per-view with him that it's not going to be like they're going to put the battle out the next couple days. You know what I mean? That it's going to be a while before they put that battle out, so you want to see it while it's live. So this is why people like him can sell pay-per-views. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Like, I just feel like people, if y'all, you know, battle rappers, y'all can do whatever y'all want. You know what I mean? But having a real job is not bad, man. Like, because it will enable y'all to just sit back and wait. You know what I mean? If your brand is big, because you can battle so much to where when you finally decide to take a chill and wait and hope the fans miss you, they don't. And I've seen a lot of these battlers that have battled a lot. They're sitting back and they're taking a step back from battle rap. You know what I'm saying? Or they say they're not going to oversaturate themselves as much. It's probably going to take years because of the content they put out before people say, okay, we want to see this person again. You know, it's just battling and battling and battling. It's oversaturating the market. URL sitting back. They doing their app events for their dedicated fan base, and they keep rolling with event on top of event on top of event. Eventually, people going to get tired of paying these high prices for these battlers. You know what I mean? And then it's going to be a reset. Now, people are either they're going to be in the red too much, not making a lot of money, you know what I'm saying? And then they're going to end up going back to URL, and then that's where the spotlight's going to be. That's what I think will eventually happen. You know what I mean? But I think a lot of y'all battlers need to be smart about how y'all moving. You know what I mean? But who am I? I'm just a blogger. I'm one out of many, man. I just talk. I commentate. I ain't out there. I'm not writing like y'all. I'm not in the field like battling like y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like got the bills y'all got. You know? I work. Get on here, talk every once in a while. You know what I mean? But y'all be cool, man. As far as that Hitman Holla and Verb gonna keep going. He's gonna keep going. He's gonna keep doing spaces. That's what you signed when you went at Verb. It's kind of what you signed up for. And you know, Hitman used to being trolled. He's used to the fans on him. You know what I mean? Talking crazy. So he ain't. You could tell it's not really bothering him that much when he did the interview. You know what I mean? But on Twitter, he responds to certain things what Verb says. You know what I mean? Or it's subliminals. But it's like, man, like now you got you about to do an event and you got this problem with this dude, you know, that's trying to get people not to buy your pay-per-view, you know, pay-per-views and all that. It ain't really worth it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you know, you Hitman, you feel like you've been violated. You know what I'm saying? You got to speak your piece. So I don't know. Hopefully that situation just chills, man. You know what I mean? But I'm out. Comment, rate, subscribe. Y'all keep me in here. I got to go. Shout out to everybody. But I'm out. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think. Peace. Shout out to everybody, man.